I'm Vince Thompson, founder, chairman, CEO of Melt. Today I'm reading chapter 6 of my new book, Build Brand New, available on Amazon. The value of internships and now virtual intern programs. Before I proceed, make sure you follow me at Vinny Inc. or hit me up on LinkedIn. I love to respond. I love to help. This book's a labor of love, and we hope you enjoy today. Let's talk about the value of internships. And we can talk about them any way you want them, pre-COVID, post-COVID. It's really not going to change sort of the outcome of that. And I'm thinking that going forward, you're going to see a lot of other companies do a lot of positive things in the virtual internship area. Hopefully we'll return to our offices. Hopefully we'll return to the stands and the festival grounds and all those types of things. But it is going to shift the market. And the sooner and further that you get out ahead of this, and we'll talk about those resources in just a little while, the sooner and further you leverage your campus career development offices and officers to do this, the sooner you begin purveying and surveying the marketplace through LinkedIn and to other places as well. Secondly, think about how your skills you're learning in college and you're being a digital native, those are translatable skills into an organization. Because the main thing that every organization wants to know is what type of value you're going to add to that organization, and what, because we're making a major investment in you. So making a major investment connotes a return on investment or the return on the value. So, and particularly now, as like I said, the job market's going to be brutal for a long time. And then how are you going to continue to parlay your experience to a contribution and results, which is the outcome, which is going to be the job for you, the virtual job for you, building those relationships. Because I could argue that right now, and we'll talk about it in a little bit, you actually have the time and the attention span in a virtual world to reach more people now than say you would have in a traditional environment. So take, for instance, I get into work in the morning, I'm packed with a day long of meetings and calls. I don't have time to respond to texts, respond to emails. I may not have time to take meetings and all those types of things. So now you actually have an opportunity to reach people more in a one-on-one environment, and LinkedIn is the most invaluable thing. But what is it going to take to sort of secure those internships right now? It's going to take a lot of elbow grease, hard work, grind, identification, find the people. You're going to be dealing with uncertainty. A lot of companies may not be thinking about how they're going to do this now. They might not have the right resources as well. But I know that a lot of companies, hopefully we're going to be on the other side of this, but I think you'll see a hybrid mix going forward of virtual and in-person intern programs. So going into 21, obviously, the pandemic has impacted every aspect of life. My professional life, we lost millions of dollars, thousands of events went up in smoke. We knew we had to carve our own path and drive effective change. Let me give you some advice, and I want you to listen to this. Here's a litmus, and I'm going to say this over and over again. One question I'm going to ask potential internees and potential employees is, what did you do for yourself and others during COVID-19? Did you feel sorry for yourself? Did you crawl under the bed? Did you play video games or binge watch 12 hours a day? Or did you learn a new skill? Did you reach out to your fellow person for help? Did you understand empathy? Did you help cause or distressed organization? Did you learn a new professional skill? Did you pursue a passion? Did you translate that passion into into help? We did that with Virtual Melt U. We had 40 kids of you coming in the summer. Many thousands reached out and said, hey, we need help. It's March. Our summer jobs, internships, study abroad, classes have all been blown up. And I said, you know what? Let's take this thing virtual. We've reached, we'll talk about it in a minute, thousands of kids, 70, 75 podcasts. We'll talk about how you leverage those podcasts in relationship and networking building and those types of things as well. Our weekly newsletter, and obviously the book that I'm teaching you out of today. So I'm telling you, take these lemons and make lemonade out of this. You can do it. You possess those skills. You possess that drive. You possess that sophistication, being the digital natives that you are. If you have not downloaded the Ultimate Guide to Marketing and Sports Marketing Internships, published by my tremendous Melt team, do so now. It is 200 of the juiciest contacts that you'll ever have. I would have sawed my arm off to have had this resource back in the day. And we're laying that right in front of your fingertips. And not only that is the guide, we know most of these people in that guide. So you can use Vince, Melt, and Melt You as an emotional hook or cue to get your foot in this door. So we've blasted it all over social media. We've blasted it in our newsletter. We'll continue to blast it out through the holidays as well. But you could spend your entire holiday surveying these 200 resources to drop 200 lines in the water. And odds are you're going to get some bites if you've reached out appropriately, if you've restructured your resume appropriately in an inverted pyramid style. I'm hearing from a lot of you guys saying, hey, I never thought of it that way. Thank you so much. We're going to do that now. And I know that you're in Melt University Virtual, but if you're not, go sign up for the newsletter right now at meltatl.com. 70 plus podcasts. By this time next year, we'll have nearly 200 podcasts in the can. So not only are you gaining these pearls and nuggets of wisdom from some of the greatest executives and greatest leaders in the country, you have an opportunity to network these people through LinkedIn. So what do I mean by that? So if you hear somebody say Greg Sankey on the Melt You podcast, then you can drop a line to Commissioner Sankey of the SEC. Then you can hit him up on LinkedIn. You can DM him on Twitter and say, hey, by the way, I heard your podcast with Vince Thompson and really enjoyed those nuggets and pearls of wisdom. I'd love to connect with you. I'd love to seek advice with you. I'd love an opportunity to work at the SEC one day. You're using that emotional hook or cue or low-hanging fruit, not just a cold call. It's the same tricks I use in my business as well. So use this as emotional leverage. Use that newsletter. Use these lists. Use this video. And use it to pad your resume and pad your connections and pad your relationships. And we're going to have live internships next summer, hopefully, knock on wood. But when we're also going to have virtual, we have so many people that really want to contribute and help during these times to help you out. We're all in this together to help you out. And again, I talked about Commissioner Sankey. I talked about Jim Dinkins, the president of Coca-Cola North America. We talked about one of the greatest marketing gurus in the country, Seth Freeman, who is now CMO of Schlotsky Sandwiches and was at Wow Wings and was at IHG and was at Coca-Cola and those types of things. This is invaluable networking, invaluable emotional, low-hanging fruit. And I'm hearing that you guys are doing this. But take these opportunities, take that time to listen to these podcasts, get that wisdom, play them over and over again, and reach out to these people through LinkedIn. You can find them. So again, getting yourself prepared for these virtual internships, getting yourself prepared for live internships, know everything there is about that opportunity, that organization, those people you're talking to, how you're going to add value to that, how you're going to package yourself, how you're going to market yourself, how you're going to present that resume in an inverted style, how you're going to use all of the virtual Melt You tools for network and gain knowledge and wisdom as you're getting out in this world. And don't forget, start now. Start early. Do not hesitate and lag and get yourself out in the marketplace for these opportunities. Even if you get rejection right now, or even you get uncertainty, or they tell you, hey, we're not sure right now, circle back in a couple months. Start the process right now. Don't wait till February and March and April. It's going to be way too late. Leverage your career development officers in their career development offices. So I hope you enjoyed Chapter 6, the value and how to secure and gain virtual and real and live internships. I'm Vince Thompson, founder, chairman, CEO of Melt, and we'll be back soon with Chapter 7.